Welcome back, everybody. Listen, we are in challenging times, which is why making self-care is more important than ever before. And our next guest, well, she tells us skincare is a very important part of her wellness routine. And she's here to give us some of those secrets and also let us know how she's managing in this pandemic as not only a busy mom of three, but also as a beauty boss. She is a supermodel turned beauty guru. I almost need no introduction, but here she is, the lovely, the talented Miranda Kerr. Welcome to the social.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's nice to see you both.
Well, Miranda, we're all surviving. I think we could all say that on a day-to-day basis in this pandemic. And we've all kind of had to figure out new routines for ourselves. Now, I read somewhere that you actually get up at like 5:30 in the morning and before your kids. So what does your morning routine even look like now in these times?
Yeah, for me, it's important to have that little bit of time before my kids wake up because it's all systems go when the kids are up at 6:30. Because I have three little boys. They're so full of energy. So in the morning, I have about, 15, 20 minutes. I do a little meditation and then I pop into the bathroom and I start with my little skincare routine. And that involves dry body brushing all over to get the lymphatic system going and feel energized, popping in the shower, using this turmeric brightening and exfoliating mask. This is such an incredible product. I use it as a scrub. It's got peppermint in there. It's so uplifting and invigorating. And even my husband uses it every morning. If you want more of a purifying treatment, you can leave it on as a mask and let it deeply detoxify your skin. It draws out the impurities. And then after, having my shower and all of that, I get out, put the Noni Glow face oil on, which is our hero product. It's really good for sensitive skin, but even if you have oily skin, it balances the pH. So as you can see here, it melts into your skin. It has sea buckthorn, it has all your essential fatty acids, it has rosehip oil, pomegranate oils. These two basically are an at-home facial and can keep your skin glowing and radiant kind of from home, which is what we all need.
Where can people find your products?
So we're at the Detox Market and people can go there online or into the stores and also on coreorganics.com.
We all know you before as a full-time supermodel, Victoria's Secret runway, and now you have joined this space. So what has motivated you to really get into skincare and beauty?
Oh my goodness. So I grew up in Australia in a little country town, and I grew up understanding the importance of eating healthy and growing our own vegetables in an organic vegetable patch. And so when I was traveling around the world modeling and trying all these different products, I thought to myself, well, if I'm eating organic and I understand that that's important, what about what I put on my skin? Because our skin is the largest organ. So I started searching for products that were not just clean, but were actually organic and certified organic. And I need my skin to be glowing and radiant for my profession. And so I thought to myself, well, how come that no one's created that? I ended up meeting the most incredible organic chemists, and it started from there.
It's amazing. Well, listen, you know what you're talking about because there's not only one CEO, which is a lot in one household. There are two CEOs in your household. Of course, I'm talking about your husband, co-founder and CEO of Snapchat, Evan Spiegel. And you guys have a very busy life. Listen, the whole world's in a pandemic. You've got your kids, you've got your marriage. So how is it that you are balancing for both of you your work and family obligations when most likely you're spending more time than ever under the same roof?
We're spending more time than ever under the same roof. And my husband, he's the one that gets up at 5:30. So then I use that opportunity to get up and have a little bit of time for myself. He gets up and goes straight down to his office. And actually, after he has his coffee, he loves his morning coffee. And then he goes to his office. He's in his office on back-to-back meetings until probably 6 p.m. at night. So, I bring his lunch into him. I actually bring his breakfast into him, and then we'll have dinner together as a family. Everyone on my team, they understand that I'm a mother. I'm still breastfeeding. The kids are kind of coming and going in and out of my meetings, but for him, they do come and go sometimes, his meetings, but most of the time he's a little more serious and focused.
We know that you have such a beautiful family and you are co-parenting your eldest son, Flynn, with Orlando Bloom, who the world knows just had a baby with Katy Perry. And co-parenting is something that it's like a fine dance, a fine art. What is some wisdom that you can impart on maybe families that are going through the same thing and are like, okay, how do we do this and do it right and do it right by the kids, especially? What's your secret sauce?
Yeah, from day one, when Orlando and I decided to separate, we decided that whatever is the best for Flynn is what we're going to do. So that keeps everything very neutral on like my opinion or his opinion. It's like, what is the best for Flynn? You know, will this situation cause Flynn to thrive? If so, yes, let's, you know, work through that. And I'm just so happy that Orlando found Katie, and I'm so happy that I found Evan, and we really do respect each other so much, and we work together because we have an understanding that we are family and we're going to be family for the rest of our lives. So it's so important that we work together and that we compromise, and sometimes we might not agree on things, and that's okay because we're all allowed different opinions. But it's really important that we, you know, put our family first and, you know, we respect each other.
I am like writing down everything. Yes, preach, girl. Thank you so much. I mean, as someone who's going through it, the next question for you is something I'm very interested in because it's about social media and kids. Now, my little one's just 2, so I'm still kind of TBD on where I stand. But you yourself, you have a heavy presence on social media. Your husband, of course, is in that space as well. How did you or how will you navigate that with your children, and will they at some point be allowed to have social media accounts themselves?
For me personally, like when it comes to social media, like Instagram, I see that as my work, and I've told Flynn that's for. And then for Snap, it's more how you interact with your friends. So when he's old enough to use Snap and want to interact with his friends and things like that, that's when we'll have that conversation. And I'm sure the world will change even more by that stage. But at home, we do really try with my 9-year-old, and it's been harder during COVID, but we really do try to limit his screen time. But now during COVID, that's the only way he sees his friends. So, you know, it's such a tricky balance.
So that's the family question. And the fun question is, listen, you have flawless skin, but I need to know from Miranda Kerr, do you have a favorite Snapchat filter?
Well, I do like, you know, when you do a snap and then you just swipe across? That's nice.
The first one. Nice. Yes, I agree.
And I think that just kind of evens out the light, which I really like about Snap. But there's so many fun lenses that they have. Like, I love the ones with little butterflies or the little sparkles on your skin. I send the really like pretty fun ones to my husband like all day long. Like even if I'm just sitting there breastfeeding or the kids are like jumping on me, I'll put the pretty lens on. Even though I don't have any makeup on or anything, I'm like, well, at least I've got the pretty lens. It's all an illusion.
Breastfeed, but make it fashion. Miranda, you are a woman of so many hats. And as fellow women, we just love to see you win. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you. All right, everybody, stick around. We've got plenty more social coming up.